There have been more stories in the news lately about people succumbing to tick bite illness and disease. You don't always need a test after a tick bite, but if you feel unwell, act quickly. Early diagnosis equals easier treatment and fewer complications. When in doubt, consult your doctor, especially if you're in a high-risk area. Quick tip. Don't rely on testing too early. Blood tests for Lyme and other illnesses may not show positive results until a few weeks after symptoms start. What to do immediately after a tick bite? 1. Remove the tick promptly using fine-tipped tweezers. 2. Clean the area with soap and water or antiseptic. 3. Save the tick in a sealed container, for identification later. 4. Write down the date and location where you think you were bitten. When to monitor or get tested. You should contact a healthcare provider if you develop any of the following symptoms within days to weeks after a tick bite. Flu-like symptoms. Fever or chills. Headache. Fatigue. Muscle or joint aches. Skin changes. A red bull's eye rash, common with Lyme disease. A spreading rash, could signal Rocky Mountain spotted fever or others. Itching or swelling at the bite site that worsens. Neurological or serious symptoms. Facial drooping or weakness. Confusion or difficulty concentrating. Stiff neck. Irregular heartbeat. Test tube. When to get tested for tick-borne illnesses. If symptoms show up within 3 to 30 days after a tick bite. If you live in or travel to an area known for tick-borne illnesses. If the tick was attached for 36+ hours, increases risk of infection. If you were bitten by a deer tick, Ixodes species, linked to Lyme disease. The worst illness you can get from a tick bite depends on where you live and how your body reacts, but some tick-borne diseases are more severe and life-threatening than others. 1. Powassan virus. Fatality rate, 10%. Can cause brain inflammation, encephalitis, permanent neurological damage. Onset. Rapid. Symptoms can begin within a week. Treatment. No cure, supportive care only. Why it's dangerous. Fast-acting, no treatment, long-term brain effects. Rare but increasing in the US and Canada, especially Northeast and Great Lakes regions. 2. Rocky Mountain spotted fever, RMSF, fatality rate, 5 to 10% if not treated early. Can cause organ failure, bleeding, coma. Onset. Within 2 to 14 days. Treatment. Doxycycline, most effective early. Why it's dangerous. Progresses quickly. Delay in treatment can be fatal. Common in southeastern US, Mexico, Central, South America. 3. Lyme disease, if untreated, fatality rate. Low, but serious complications if untreated. Can cause arthritis, heart rhythm problems, Lyme carditis, neurological disorders. Onset. Gradual. Symptoms in stages. Treatment. Antibiotics, most recover if treated early. Why it's dangerous, can become chronic and disabling if ignored. Most common tick-borne illness in the US and Europe. 4. Ehrlichiosis and anaplasmosis. Fatality rate. Up to 3%, higher in elderly or immune-compromised. Can cause high fever, respiratory failure, confusion. Treatment. Doxycycline. Why it's dangerous, can mimic other illnesses and delay treatment. 5. Tularemia. Fatality rate. 1 to 3%, untreated, can be deadly if inhaled. Can cause pneumonia, ulcers, lymph node swelling. Rare, but highly infectious. Powassan virus and RMSF are considered the most deadly tick-borne illnesses due to rapid progression and lack of effective early treatments for Powassan. Lyme disease is the most widespread and can cause long-term disability if missed. If you're ever bitten by a tick and feel off, don't wait. Many of these diseases are treatable only in the early stages, and time is critical. Tick bites are largely preventable, and taking the right precautions can reduce your risk of getting a tick-borne illness. Here are the top precautions you should take when spending time in tick-prone areas. 1. Dress smart. Wear long sleeves and pants, tuck pants into socks. Choose light-colored clothing to spot ticks easily. Consider pre-treated clothing with permethrin, kills ticks on contact. 2. Use tick repellent. Use EPA-approved repellents with DEET, 20 to 30%. Picaridin, oil of lemon eucalyptus, natural alternative, apply to exposed skin and clothes, but not under clothing. 3. Avoid tick hotspots. Stay in the center of trails. Avoid high grass, brush, and leaf piles. Be extra cautious in wooded or grassy areas, coastal regions, farmlands, or areas with deer. 4. Perform tick checks. Do a full body check after being outdoors, especially behind knees, around ears, In hair, scalp, underarms, around waistband, sock line, or groin. Also check pets, clothing, and gear before bringing them indoors. 5. Shower after outdoor activity. Shower within 2 hours of being outside. Helps wash off ticks and spot them more easily. 6. Protect pets. Use veterinarian-approved tick preventatives. Regularly check pets for ticks after walks or yard play. Keep lawns mowed and outdoor spaces clean. 7. Yard and home precautions. Keep grass trimmed short. Remove brush, leaves, and wood piles. Create a gravel or wood chip border between wooded areas and lawns. Keep playgrounds and patios away from yard edges. If you or someone close to you has suffered or has succumbed to an illness or disease due to tick, then my prayers and condolences, but hopefully with more aggressive awareness and precautions, we will see less illness over time. If you found this content informative, please like, share and subscribe.